Never been here now. And we went out to your new state park, or new national park. Yeah, beautiful. And we're running. Yeah, that's Minnesota. You know, I was all over there. Everything here. So.
Thank you for your service.
Yeah.
Army veteran. Thank you for your service. And thank you for your quarterback.
I was asking somebody, they said, it's okay that the long jobs right now.
We love her. We love her.
I was out last night. We were having this conversation. We watched that. Hope is like, that was the most amazing drive.
Yeah.
Now, I will say this as a Minnesota Viking fan. Where was that in Minnesota? I'm like, man. Yeah. I'll tell you what, I'm not even doing it. Thanks. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Thank you. True, right? So how did you get it home? How did you get it home? This is the thing that worries me the most about people getting apathetical in our political system. They want to make things broken, it doesn't work. As I said, of course, yet it's rigged, which we know it's not. But people say, what difference does it make? And then you get checked out and all this change. And it doesn't matter if it's a house or it's not. It doesn't matter if you're serving on a board in your community. It's about being involved. And what happens is they start to, depress people from it. They don't want to be involved. And that's why I said what the vice president training is silent. She's going to do it. Yeah. This voter turnout, just a coordinated campaign kind of layering in. Because your voters, we need your voters, and you need anybody we can bring out. Good. Yeah, thank you. Thanks again. Pleasure to meet you. Nice to meet you. We're going to go to California. Okay, that's the greatest thing I've seen. Hear this. You see these earrings? This is a first for me, the first earring I've ever been on. And it's as cool as you think it would be.
Yes, and he let it. It was.
Everything they shouldn't have been surprised. Shouldn't have been surprised what happened. That's who she is.
Oh, that's true. Well, I need to go. I'm ready. Then I'm going to email.
I'm learning all about it.
He's over there for you. That's right.
Her earrings coming off. Oh, thank you. Thanks for doing that work. That's the hardest part of the job. I will, and I have had conflict, and I'm getting up there. I can still learn to know where it's yeah. It's funny, it's just somebody out there said, oh my God, that person was it was just fun. Kids know when other kids are getting food, that's a good thing. Thank you. Yeah, no, thanks for doing that service. That's true. Yeah, it's great. We've talked about this last season too long. It's time to get through it. Thank you. Thanks for putting yourself out there.
Yeah. First time ever.
Appreciate it. I was 41. I had another day.
I'm 62.
I say, be careful. You might be right here. So it's real cold. So, yeah, thank you. Yeah, good to see you. Yeah, great.
Isn't that great?
I would be honored. I would be honored. Thank you. Good morning, everybody. I'm Stanley B. Stewart, Commissioner-elect for District 3 of Macon, better known as our beloved East Macon. We as Americans stand on the cusp of an all-important presidential election, one that is historic for obvious reasons, but the most pressing reason is to ensure the preservation of democracy for our fellow Americans. Before we are Democrats, Republicans, and Independents, we are Americans. We are strengthened by our shared history, searching always for that more perfect union, where the thread of mutuality ties our dreams and our destinies together, where the hope of one is indeed the hope of the other. We choose to be Democrats, but the precious breath of God made us Americans. Americans by birth, Democrats by choice. And with that mantra and wonderful distinction in our hearts and minds, we forge ahead as Democrats, forever clinging to the party and leaders who, like FDR in 1932, brought us out of a depression, and in just a few short years later faced the global horrors of Hitler, and FDR won an Allied effort in World War II. Our Democratic banner waved strong and proud. It was there with Harry Truman as the buck stopped and he integrated our armed services, to the civil rights victories led by a young Georgia preacher named Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. And those victories were ushered in by the Democratic administrations of Kennedy and Johnson. To another Georgian, a farmer, who, if God so wills, will live to see his 100th birthday next month, none other than James Earl Carter. His Middle East peace, of course, ushered in a time of dialogue that echoes even to this very day. To the man from Hope, Bill Clinton, who oversaw foreign and domestic matters that made our nation more complete for all of our citizens. To Barack Obama, who inspired our nation with this election, who also shared a cousin with me, the late Brian R. Obama, my second cousin as well as the president's second cousin. To Joe Biden, who saved the nation with this election in 2020. And now here we stand, amid all those glories, but yet at a crucial and critical fork in the road, where with a resounding spirit and a resolve to match, that we must go to the polls on November the 5th. Cast our votes for Kamala Harris and Tim Walz. These two individuals come along at a very important time in the history of the United States of America. May the Almighty give them the strength to persevere, but which is more, may the Almighty give us the strength to campaign, to canvass, to phone bank, to give rise to the polls, to tell our family and friends of the sheer importance of this race. Governor Walz, we welcome you to the heart of Georgia, Macon, Georgia, USA. Please convey to Vice President Harris, who I saw in Selma just a few months ago, but please express to her our full faith and effort in this campaign as we pledge our same to you on this day. May God bless you both. May God bless all of us assembled here today, and may God forever bless the United States of America. Amen. Yeah!
Well, thank you all. It's proud history down here. We know it. Some of you heard me mentioning this. I said it was a privilege. It was my daughter Hope was with me today, and she got to go. One of the things of being in Congress was the people we served with, and Hope and I and her mother went to Selma, Alabama with John Lewis, and she got to spend time with the congressman. And as Hope just said, that's a transformational experience. Georgia as a state has been a transformational place, and once again, this presidential election is running right through this restaurant, and we know that the words that are spoken here, that hopefulness, that joy, when we carry signs and we talk about politics, and it's about a future. It's not backward, and I would end with the saying I love that the Vice President always said, the mark of a leader is not who they can push down, but who they can lift up.
Yes.
Yes. Great for your ear. Appreciate it. Oh, yeah. Go up really high.
Yeah. All right. Okay.
Thanks so much. Thank you, everybody. Okay, so people in Minnesota know when I told them I was going to be at Macon, they said, stop. So thank you. Appreciate that.
You're not a racist.